everybody, welcome to the 24th edition of John News. My name is John Wortman, and I'm coming to you from my deck in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
We're from John School, Ephesus Elementary, and we love John News!
Here is the news. Dr. Anthony Fauci is the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. He is probably the nation's leading expert on COVID-19. According to Dr. Fauci, the United States is averaging between 40,000 and 50,000 new coronavirus cases every day. The country has reported nearly 8 million cases and about 215,000 deaths. But doses of vaccine could be available by the end of the year or early 2021. COVID-19 is still a dangerous disease.
My name is Kathy Wortman. I'm a registered nurse, and I'm coming to you from my home in Apex, North Carolina. I love John News. I'd like to just say that the coronavirus has gone on a lot longer than any of us really imagined, and that's why I'm so happy to see John reminding us every week how important it is to use the tools that we all have. Practice social distancing, wear that mask, and wash your hands.
Also in the news, my grandma died this week. She was my dad's mom. I never really got to know my Grammy Ruby because I was very young when she first got sick. I think that you should hold on to the people that you love and give them a hug whenever you can. And if you can afford it, support research on Alzheimer's disease. And now the weather. It's getting a lot cooler in Chapel Hill right now. Today, there'll be a high of 65 and a low of 42. I think that's about right. Here's my grandma's sister, Kathy, wearing her I Heart John News t-shirt. Email your photo or video to ilovejohnnews@gmail.com. Maybe you'll get on my newscast. And now some good news. Police officers are some of the helpers who work even during coronavirus time. Chris Blue is the police chief in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I spoke to him on Zoom. Hi, Chief Blue. I hope you are doing well today.
Hi, John. I am. I'm so glad to be with you today.
What is it like to be a police officer during coronavirus time?
You know, it's really tough because so much of what police officers do requires them to be out in the community and interacting with people. And right now, we're trying to be really careful about that because we don't want our officers to potentially get exposed to the virus. And we're also worried that an officer could be contagious and he or she may not know that yet. And they can make somebody else sick. So it's very hard to minimize those kinds of interactions and being very careful about that, which is hard because so much of our work has to do with being out and talking to people and helping them solve problems or trying to address their concerns. It's tough.
It probably is pretty hard. I heard that some people are afraid of the police. Why do you think this might be? What are your officers doing to keep people from being afraid of them?
I'm really glad you asked that question, John. That's an important question, particularly right now. You know, what we know is that some members of our community receive police services in a different way than other members of our community, and sadly that happens everywhere. In our community, we talk to our officers about taking every opportunity to build relationships with the people we serve and to hear them and listen to them, because we know that some tragic cases across our country, particularly the last few years, have really put police officers in a bad light in their communities. And as a police department, we have to take very seriously our need to rebuild trust, to build that community feeling with the people we serve. And that's something we talk about every day.
Is there anything else you want to tell my viewers?
I think the other thing I would say, not just for our local viewers, I know your audience is all around the world, If communities are interested in understanding how their police departments are serving them, they should ask them. They should meet with them. They should invite representatives to their neighborhood meetings or to a school or to a club and hear from them firsthand about what's important to them and how they're doing their jobs. And that would also give those community members an opportunity to tell those police departments what they expect and what they need. And that's a big part of relationship building. So I hope people will take advantage of that advice.
Yeah. Thanks, Chief Blue, for talking to me today.
Thank you, John. I'm so impressed with your show, and I'm really honored to be a part of it.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks to all the helpers who keep us safe. And that's the good news. Until next time, this is John Woodman signing off from John News. Click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Do it now! And I'll buy you an ice cream sundae every day. For you! And I always read your comments. So long, everybody. Bye!